Everyone knows how the Mahabharata war ended. The Pandavas won, Dharma prevailed, justice was served. But almost nobody talks about how Krishna died. And when I tell you this story, you are going to realize that the death of God is the most heartbreaking, most ironic, and most perfectly designed moment in all of Hindu mythology. Because the God who saved everyone could not save himself, and he did not want to. Let us start with the curse. After the Mahabharata war, the battlefield of Kurukshetra is littered with millions of dead. The Kauravas are gone. All 100 sons of Dhritarashtra are dead, and their mother Gandhari, the woman who blindfolded herself for her entire married life out of solidarity with her blind husband, stands on that battlefield, surrounded by the corpses of her sons. Every single one of them dead. And she turns to Krishna. And what she says next changes the course of cosmic history. She says, "You could have stopped this. You had the power to prevent this war. You could have changed Duryodhan's heart. You could have struck fear into the Kauravas. You could have done anything. But you chose to let it happen. You watched my sons die, all 100 of them. So hear my curse. Your clan, the Yadavas, will destroy each other the same way. Brother will kill brother. Your entire bloodline will be wiped out in 36 years, and your city of Dwarka will sink beneath the ocean. And you, Krishna, will die alone in a forest, shot by a hunter who does not even know who you are." Krishna does not flinch. He does not argue. He does not deflect the curse. He accepts it. He says, "Tathastu, so be it." Think about that. The Supreme Being, the Lord of the universe, the one who showed the Vishwarup, accepts a curse from a grieving mother. He does not say, "I am God, your curse cannot touch me." He does not say, "I had my reasons and you do not understand." He says, "So be it." Because Gandhari's grief is valid, her anger is valid, and the universe, even a universe with God in it, must have consequences. Even God must pay the price of his choices. And for 36 years the curse brews. The Yadavas, Krishna's own people, grow prosperous and arrogant in Dwarka. The golden city becomes decadent. The warriors become drunk and quarrelsome. And one day, a group of young Yadava men decide to play a cruel prank on some visiting sages. They dress up one of their friends, Samba, as a pregnant woman and ask the sages to predict whether the baby will be a boy or a girl. The sages, who are not amused, see through the disguise immediately and curse them. They say the iron rod and his garment will be the instrument of your clan's destruction. The Yadavas panic. They take the iron rod, grind it into powder, and throw the powder into the ocean. But the powder does not disappear. It washes up on the shore and grows into a type of sharp grass called iraka. And from that grass, from that iron-infused reed growing on the beach of their own golden city, the Yadavas will forge their doom. The destruction comes swiftly. A festival, too much wine, an argument. Someone picks up a stalk of the iraka grass and strikes another Yadava. And the grass, infused with the iron from the cursed rod, is as lethal as a blade. It cuts. It kills. And suddenly, everyone is grabbing the grass. Brothers are killing brothers. Fathers are killing sons. The entire Yadava clan, the same people who stood beside Krishna through everything, tears itself apart in a single afternoon of drunken, mindless violence. Exactly
as Gandhari predicted. Balarama, Krishna's elder brother, dies during this chaos, not in battle but through yogic departure. He sits under a tree, enters meditation, and his life force leaves through his mouth in the form of a white serpent, Sheshanaga, returning to the cosmic ocean. And Krishna? Krishna walks into the forest alone. He sits beneath a tree. He crosses one leg over the other, and he waits. A hunter named Jara is tracking deer through the forest. He sees something moving behind the bushes. He sees what he thinks is the ear of a deer, but it is actually the bottom of Krishna's foot, which is the one vulnerable spot on his body. Some texts say this vulnerability exists because of Durvasa's curse, when the sage once blessed Krishna's body with invincibility, but the soles of his feet were not covered with the sacred paste. Jara lets his arrow fly. The arrow strikes Krishna in the sole of his left foot. And the god who held the Sudarshana chakra, who could have vaporized armies with a thought, sits there and bleeds. When Jara realizes what he has done, he falls at Krishna's feet, weeping, begging forgiveness. And Krishna smiles at him. He says, "Do not grieve."
You were Vali in a previous life, the monkey king I killed with a hidden arrow while you were fighting someone else. That was unfair. This is the balancing of that karma. You have done nothing wrong. You have freed me. And then Krishna dies, alone, in a forest, shot by a man who thought he was a deer. The god who orchestrated the greatest war in mythology, who delivered the most profound philosophical texts in human history, who saved Draupadi, who lifted Govardhan, who danced on Kalia's heads, dies from an arrow to the foot, by accident. And Dwarka sinks. The golden city sleeps beneath the waves of the Arabian Sea, gone forever, like it was never there. And that is the point. Everything goes. Everything. Even God. Even the golden city. Even the perfect kingdom. Even the greatest love stories. Everything the universe builds, it eventually takes back. And God, submitting to that law, willingly, without resistance, without using his power to escape, is the final teaching. Greater than the Gita, greater than the Vishwarup. The final teaching is this: let go. When it is time, let go. Even if you are God.